It's been 2 years since Google launched the Pixel 6a for $450, but today you can get it refurbished at just around $150. So now it could be classified as a budget phone instead of a mid-range when it comes to pricing. At the time of its release, it got mixed reactions, but the positives seemed to outweigh the negatives at the time. But is it still worth buying today in 2024? Today, throughout this video, we'll look at reasons to buy and reasons not to buy the Google Pixel 6a in 2024. Plus, you all have links where you can get the phone in the description below. First reason on why you might want to buy the phone is its beautiful display. Now at the $150 price point, you'll get features that are not normally available at that price, such as having an OLED display offering deeper blacks, richer colors, and excellent contrast compared to the traditional LCD screens found in most $150 phones today. So you'll get a more immersive viewing experience for everything you do on your phone, from watching videos to gaming. Resolution-wise, it has 1080 by 2400 pixels packed into a 6.1-inch display. And this basically means that the text will look crisp and the details of everything will be clear. Overall, it's a beautiful looking compact display. The display also has HDR support, something that you won't get in your average budget phone for the same price. HDR compatibility allows the Pixel 6a to display a wider range of colors and contrasts, particularly noticeable when viewing HDR content on certain videos and on streaming services like Netflix and YouTube. Honestly, the Pixel 6a's display is still one of the best out there, even compared to brand new budget phones. For someone looking for sharp visuals, rich colors, and a comfortable viewing experience, which is basically every human being with a smartphone, then this phone is a serious steal. Let's move on to another reason why the Pixel 6a might be your perfect match: the build quality. One thing that you'll rarely find in a budget phone is a good build quality. They almost always have cheap plasticky designs that are more prone to destroying easily. But not the Pixel 6a, it's built different. The front of the phone is protected by Gorilla Glass 3, which is not the best, but again, is better than most phones at the $150 price point. It's also rated IP67 for dust and water resistance, so it can survive most instances involving water. While the back is plastic, it has a high quality feel that can be mistaken for glass. This gives the phone a more premium look and feel than its current price. Now when it comes to smartphone market in recent years, if you wanted a compact phone, you'd have to spend more. Majority of budget phones have been big giant phones. This made it hard for compact phone lovers. So getting the 6.1-inch Pixel 6a for around $150 is good news. Overall, the Pixel 6a punches way above its weight class when it comes to build quality. It's sturdy, feels great to hold, and is water resistant. Plus, the compact size is a welcome change for those tired of humongous phones. If you want a phone that looks good, feels good, and can take a little bit of a beating, the Pixel 6a is a strong contender in 2024. Now let's talk about the camera, a department where Pixel phones have always been champions, beating phones that are much more expensive with larger sensors and megapixels. The Pixel 6a is no exception. It rocks a 12.2 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, and an 8 megapixel selfie camera. While they may not look impressive on paper, the phone benefits from Google software processing. It takes crisp, vibrant photos in all sorts of lighting conditions, and the ultra-wide sensor captures expansive shots with good color reproduction. Even in MKBHD's camera's comparison test, where the rankings are based on anonymous people voting, it won over all flagship phones from 2022. So you're getting a heavyweight in the camera department for a very affordable price. On to video recording, it is able to shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second, making it an amazing at content creation at a budget. The bottom line? This phone's camera delivers image quality that punches well above its weight class, thanks to Google software smarts. It's almost impossible to find a better camera on a phone under $150 right now. So if capturing amazing photos and videos is important to you, the Pixel 6a is a very good choice. The next reason to buy this phone is its performance. Under the hood, you'll find Google's Tensor processor paired with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Google's Tensor chip, while not the absolute top of the line, is custom designed by Google to work seamlessly with the Pixel software. This can lead to smoother performance and optimization for Google's unique features like Magic Eraser in Photos and Live Translate. As for the RAM, 6GB is still a very respectable amount in 2024. You'll be able to run most apps and multitask without a hitch. Now if you're a hardcore gamer who needs the absolute top specs, then you might want to look elsewhere. But for most everyday users, 6GB is plenty to keep things running smoothly. Storage-wise, 128GB is a decent chunk of space, especially considering many phones at this price point still skimp with only 64GB. You'll have plenty of room for your apps, photos and videos without feeling cramped. The combination of the Tensor chip, RAM and storage puts the Pixel 6a quite ahead in the $150 price bracket, and it will easily destroy any other phone at the same price released in 2024 in terms of performance. Moving on, we have the software, another area where the Pixel 6a shines. When it first launched in 2022, it came with Android 12 and has received updates up to the current Android 14 and will even get Android 15 later this year. Initially, Google had been promising 5 years of security updates, so you still have around 2 to 3 years of security updates in the bank. Pixel phones are also known for getting updates way faster than most other Android devices, so you'll be among the first to experience the newest Android versions with all their performance improvements and exciting features. On top of the updates, there's the software itself. Google Pixel software is famous for its clean, clutter-free interface. No annoying bloatware apps sucking up space and slowing things down, just what you need and nothing you don't. Plus, you get exclusive Google features like Magic Eraser, which lets you vanish unwanted photo bombers with a tap, and Call Screen, a feature that practically eliminates those spam calls. So if you're looking for a phone with up-to-date software, a clean interface and unique features all at a budget, the Pixel 6a is a fantastic option, especially at the $150 price tag. Another reason to buy the Google Pixel 6a is the availability of 5G internet connectivity. Over the past few years, 5G networks have been getting better and they are only going to become more widespread in the next couple of years. So if you're thinking about buying a phone that you want to hold on to for a while, getting a 5G phone like the Pixel 6a is a smart move. Here's the thing, most other phones at the $150 price point simply don't have 5G, so you might be fine with 4G speeds for now, but as 5G becomes the norm, you'll end up feeling left behind. With the Pixel 6a, you're future-proofing yourself. The final reason to buy the Google Pixel 6a in 2024 is its affordability. At $150, you're getting some serious bang for your buck. For that price, it's nearly impossible to find a better value on the market. It's basically in competition with brand new budget phones which often cut corners to hit that low price point. You might end up with a sluggish processor, a mediocre camera, or software that feels bloated and outdated. All this makes the Pixel 6a very much superior and good value. Okay, now let's talk about some things to consider before you jump on the Pixel 6a bandwagon. The first reason not to consider the phone is its 60Hz display refresh rate. Now that's the standard refresh rate you'd find on most phones a few years ago. But times have changed, and these days, most phones, even budget options, are rocking fresh rates of 90Hz or even on 20Hz. So they offer a smoother and more responsive feel when scrolling, gaming, or interacting with fast-paced content. The 60Hz refresh rate will feel less fluid and slower in comparison. Another thing to consider before you hit buy on the Pixel 6a is the missing microSD card slot. It comes in only one storage option, 128GB. Now that might sound like plenty of space at first, but with high resolution photos and especially 4K videos, that storage can fill up surprisingly fast. And it's 2024, many apps can be several gigabytes in size. So if you're a photo or video enthusiast, a mobile gamer who downloads tons of games, or someone who likes to keep their entire music library offline, the like of a microSD card slot is a deal breaker. Another area where the Pixel 6a might not win any races is the charging speeds. While it supports 18W wired charging, that's considered pretty slow by today's standards. You'll have to wait longer to get your phone back to full power. In comparison, most phones these days have super fast charging speeds, filling up in less than an hour, while with this, you'll have to wait at least 1 hour and 30 minutes or more. The battery life of the Google Pixel 6a could be another reason not to get it. The phone packs a 4410 mAh battery, which on paper seems very decent, but despite that, it doesn't last very long. Even when it was first released in 2022, user reviews indicated that the battery life wasn't the best compared to similar phones. Now it's 2 years later and the phone batteries naturally lose some capacity over time, so it will not be at par if you have high expectations, leaving you a bit stranded. There are also some other small reasons that could push you away from the Pixel 6a, such as the lack of a face unlock and the lack of a headphone jack. These might seem like minor details, but depending on your preference, they could be deal breakers. It's always a good idea to weigh the pros and cons before hitting buy. For a cool $150, this phone is seriously hard to beat. offering a fantastic camera, a clean software experience with the latest Android 14, and a good amount of power under the hood, all at a price that won't break the bank. Plus, you're free of the bloatware that often bogs down budget phones. Of course, it has its drawbacks, such as the 60Hz display feeling a bit sluggish compared to newer phones, and the battery life might not be the best. But being honest, at that price, can you really complain? If you're a casual user on a tight budget, the Pixel 6a delivers a whole lot of phone for your money. What other older phone should you talk about? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'm Milan and this is Fuzzy Tech. Subscribe.